Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it today. So I'm kind of noticing my shirt matches my beard. That's exciting. God, all that gray. But hey, I got no gray in my hair, right? It's just my beard, which I guess I should not wear a hat more. Anyway, I got some very interesting information here. And it's a VA news feed that I get. And it says here, Separation Health Assessment Part A is now required on claims from transitioning service members. Interesting. It's required, so you must submit that. The Separation Health Assessment Part A is now required on claims from transitioning service members. So I'm a big fan of this, just from the headline alone. However, the problem that I see is we, as transitioning service members, right, we can all remember, make sure you say no to everything. No, no, no. No issues, no issues, no issues, no problems, no problems, no problems, no problems, no problems at all. And you do that when you get in, you do it when you get out, you do it through your whole thing. So garbage in, garbage out, right? And so this may impact people in a negative way because they're so used to, through your time in service, it's kind of frowned upon to go to the doctor because your bad back, your knee, you hurt your neck, whatever. So I'm curious what they're going to say here. We'll read through it. Hit the thumbs up for me. Subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. Let's see what it says. Now, and hey, I get it. This is probably most likely not going to apply to you. But all of our younger brothers and sisters, and not so young for those that are retiring, this needs to get into their hands, right? They need to understand the impacts of this type of stuff. So let's read through it real quick. If you are a transitioning service member applying for VA disability compensation under the Benefits Delivery at Discharge, BDD, so the BDD claim process, for those that don't know, you can file your claim while you're still on active duty in a window of opportunity from 3 to 6 months. So you can file your claim in that time period. So if you're between 3 to 6 months of discharge, you can file a BDD claim. Here it's saying that if you're going to do that, let's see what they say. So if you're doing the BDD or the Integrated Disability Evaluation System, IDES. IDES is a, for those that are going through like a med board, okay? You have LDES and IDES. LDES is the legacy. It's just getting you out of the military. And then IDES is the integrated. And what it does is it actually includes a VA claim process in tandem with your discharge, for those that don't know. There are some changes coming that you should know about. Starting April 1st, which is, now, you will be required to complete and submit the Part A self-assessment of a new Separation Health Assessment, SHA, and your BDD or IDES application. The SHA, Separation Health Assessment, is a single separation examination which supports both the VA disability compensation process and the Department of Defense separation retirement process. The SHA examination documents any medical concerns identified during your military career, assists with identifying future illnesses, and reduces redundant examinations between both agencies. So it's a sharing of information. It's utilizing one form that'll go to both places. But again, garbage in is garbage out. Be honest with yourself. Be honest on the paper. And if you have painful, achy joints, say, yes, I have painful, achy joints, right? If you have a bad back, say you have a bad back. If you're battling with heartburn, say you're battling with heartburn. If you have PTSD and there's anxiety and stress and those types of things, then say yes, right? Don't shortchange yourself on this form. This will be a very, very, very important form moving forward. So, moving on. The SHA examination, both agencies, okay, I already got that. The SHA is divided into 3 parts. Part A, medical history questionnaire. You must complete Part A prior to attending your clinical assessment. Part B is the clinical assessment. This is where the examiner will review Part A and your service treatment records, provide examination, and then deliver a clinical assessment. So, In other words, if you don't mention it on Part A, it's not going to get annotated in Part B because you didn't mention it in Part A. Part A is essential. Part C, and Harry, look, if it happened once, it happened, okay? If you had a migraine a month ago and that was your first one, you need to say, I had a migraine a month ago, or a really bad headache, and then have the conversation with the clinical assessment. Whether it comes to fruition with something, cool, and if not, then cool, right? But you need to be honest on Part A and say everything that's going on with you. All right. Then Part C, this is the third part. This is reserved for DOD reviewer process only. DOD is expected to fully begin using the SHA later this year. So it's getting front-loaded with VA, and then DOD is just having it as an extra piece of paper in their file until they fully absorb it into their system. The SHA Part A questionnaire will provide VA examiners a history of the service member's medical conditions and will assist with conducting a more thorough and better quality examination. A link to the Part A questionnaire will be placed on the VA Form 21526EZ, so that's the standard application for compensation, under eligibility criteria for the BDD program, and on the VA BDD and IDES fact sheets. A direct link to Part A is also available here. And this is on the newsfeed website, so it's a little hyperlink. BDD claimants, again, BDD is benefits delivery at discharge, claimants who submit applications online can upload the completed Part A with their service treatment records. So this is if you're filing your claim yourself, you can just upload it. Which I'm not a big fan of filing yourself. You know, you can do all the footwork, get everything lined up, but let somebody else who files thousands of claims just do a once-over on it and submit it for you. Plus, that gives them the ability to peek into the VA system for you in a way in which you cannot. Let's see here. After VA reviews the application, service treatment records, and the completed Part A self-assessment, and SHA examination will be requested. The SHA clinical assessment will be conducted by one of VA's contracted examiners or a local VA healthcare examiner. All evidence submitted by the service member will be made available electronically to the examiner. So this is kind of like your C&P. The new SHA is a multi-year collaborative effort between both agencies to improve separation examination process for service members exiting the military. And then it says, for further information on the BDD and IDES programs, click here. So, that was a lot. Bottom line is that people who are exiting the military absolutely need to make sure that they are completing Part A of this self-assessment, essentially. They need to make sure that they are completing it 100% truthfully. Don't hold back anything. Put it all on the line is my suggestion. You need to, in order for Part B to be actually relevant for your claim. Very, very, very important. So, great news, but it's up to you as the veteran or soon-to-be veteran to make sure that you complete it correctly so that way your claim can come to fruition in the way in which it should. So with that, thanks so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your subscriptions, your thumbs up, your shares, all that stuff. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.